FIDIC Contract Forms. FIDIC is an international standard organization for the consulting, engineering, and construction, best known for the FIDIC family. The FIDIC, in other words, is a fair standard where you can refer to as a contractor or as a client. So if you don't know what to do in such cases, or in cases that are not exactly mentioned in your contract, you can agree with your client or consultant that you can refer to the FIDIC. We have a post, Catch Your FIDIC, in our website. You are welcome to read more about it. FIDIC contracts, we have too many contracts, but we will refer here to the Red Book. They call it Red Book, which is FIDIC 1999. And this is the standard procedures for civil engineering projects, which are used globally. And the purpose of this standard form is to define the contractual relationship between the parties and to reduce risks of unseen clauses in the contract. So when the contractor or the client see that this contract is under FIDIC, it gives him some good feeling about fair environment. So claim procedures. If your contract is under claim, if your contract is under FIDIC, so you need to know what are claim procedures under FIDIC 1999. You have 28 days notice of claim to engineer. What does it mean? From the date the event happened, you have 28 days to tell the client or the consultant that there are a potential claim, and within 42 days from the event start, you should submit a fully detailed claim to engineer. Within 28 days after all the events of your project completed, you should submit the final claim, and the engineer should respond to you within 42 days after receipt of your claim. From where we get these durations? This is the FIDIC clause 20.1. The clause 20.1 is related to contractors' claims. And of course, any duration of this could be superseded by your special condition of contract or general condition of contract. So I'm telling here about the FIDIC standard and what you need to know if your contract is under FIDIC. I know that you are not a contract administrator, and not me either, but you should know few things that will help you a lot. That if your contract is under FIDIC, you should raise a flag that after 28 days you should submit the notice of the claim, and within 42 days you should submit a fully detailed claim to the engineer. Let's say you cannot find all the information, or you cannot calculate the additional duration because the event was not finished yet. So before the 42 days, you need to submit to your client that I didn't finish the calculation, or I need extension for this event, but you need to say something if you are under FIDIC. Also, this is most common, that whenever you finish the project, no more events happened, and the project are going to be handed over to the client, you have 28 days to submit your final claim. You should submit your final claim within this duration. Otherwise, you are going to lose your right. And we created for you a nice graph to you can print and you can save it to tell you these durations. So no need to save them. Okay. And the most important thing, that the client should respond to you within certain duration. This is not known by many contractors, by the way. The client should respond to you within 42 days after receipt of the claim. And the client response should be one of three only. The client response should be one of three only. Approved. However, the client could do any determination. It means he could change the duration you put, he could change the cost you added, he could change anything, but he gave you approval. So this is approved, but with this determination. The second option for the client or the consultant, of course, we call it here engineer. It is disapproved with a detailed comment, and here is the point. The engineer should give you a detailed comment. He cannot just say, "Oh, this is not approved," and go away. I will not ask. No, this is not accepted. The client should give you a detailed comment why he rejected your claim. And the third option for the client or the engineer, he could request for further information or further particulars. So this is only the three options for the engineer to reply your claim. So what if the reply of the engineer was not agreed or accepted by you as a contractor? You have here three cases. If you agreed with the client to have a DAP, this is a person or up to 3 persons, you agreed to have them written and specified on the contract to resolve any potential disputes. So you have 28 days to go to the DAP. If the DAP decision didn't match or didn't convince you, you can still have 56 days to do any amicable settlement. It means that you can negotiate friendly with your client or consultant that, okay, we didn't like this DAP decision. We could go and modify some of our claims and we finish it instead of going to the third option. Third option is arbitration. And arbitration here, it means that you go to an organization or institute that will take the case and take your case as a contractor and the case of the client, and it should say which case is the winner and loser, nothing in between. And of course, if you failed with your client or consultant to solve it in the arbitration, then you have only the remaining decision to go to the court. Now let's go and review our FIDIC important time periods. We have here the event. So the 0 day represents the event. This is the event where it happened here now. You have 28 days as a contractor to submit your claim notice. So you should tell the client, okay, Mr. Client, Mr. Consultant, we have a claim right here. And this is what we called in our course supporting document. You should create your notice here. You should then, within 42 days of the event happening, submit contractor fully detailed claim. This duration could be revised in your contract, or any approved duration by engineer. So this is only if there is no specific duration mentioned in your contract and you are under FIDIC 1999, you should submit your fully detailed claim within 42 days. The client should respond then within 42 days. So the engineer response should be within 42 days from the date you submit the fully detailed claim. If you don't like the engineer response and you have a DAP in your contract, you have 28 days to decide that you will go to the DAP. If the DAP decision didn't fulfill your requirements, you have 56 days to start your friendly negotiation with the consultant, and then the dispute can be raised and even you can go to the court.